and welcome to Jennifer's Perspective. And today we have our special guest, Miss Gena Rotas. And me and Miss Gena, we were just having like a really great conversation on slowing down, slowing down, and just learn to enjoy life. Now, Miss Gena, the microphone is yours. Let's,
Let's do some slowing down.
yes, ma'am.
So, so it truly is a new concept for a lot of us to
Mm-hmm.
slow down, like slow down your speech, slow down your listening, slow down your eating, slow down your walking,
Mm-hmm.
slow down your doing chores. Because when you're present and you're actually in the moment of doing whatever it is you're doing, you can reduce stress. And the reduction of stress is really important. 95% of the illnesses are stress related.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows this past year was very stressful for a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
have all this accumulated stress. Some people carry it in their shoulders. Some people carry it in their heads with headaches. Some people carry it in their gut with, IBS and digestive problems. Some people carry it in their joints with arthritis and difficulty. So stress is in our lives. And if we don't
Mm-hmm.
manage it, it's going to take us down. So,
Really?
well, think about it. In your life, are there times that you were so stressed out that you ended up tripping or falling or getting so sick you had to go to bed and stay there for a while till you got better? So
Wow.
you know, really the idea of slowing down is going to help you not only live longer, but live an easier life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all about slowing down and maybe even learn how to do nothing. That whole concept is crazy. What do you
But
mean?
can we do that? Because we as human beings, like the pandemic has literally forced humanity to slow down.
Yes,
Literally.
yes, yes. And are we going to learn that lesson? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to learn it, but we can certainly start practicing it. And by practicing, I mean little moments many times throughout the day. So maybe I go to my car, and before I get in the car, I just take a moment to ground myself. Feel my
Mm-hmm.
feet on the ground, feel my hand on the handle, take a breath if I can, and be aware that I am stepping into the car.
Mm-hmm.
That's doing nothing. That's taking time to do something in doing nothing. But how many times do I run to the car with packages all over the place, trip and dump some of them, not be able to get in there, get myself all disheveled, forget to put my seatbelt on because I'm thinking about something else.
So being in the moment, literally being in the moment, I think it's important because even when it comes to food, do you notice sometimes when we're sitting down and we're having a meal or something like that, like I think we're supposed to chew what, 32 times? But
At
who
least
does that?
17. Right. Nobody.
17?
Yeah, 17. Deepak Chopra says 17 times. So, yes,
That's
being
a form of being
mindful,
in the moment and
being
slowing down.
slowing down, being in the moment means I actually know that I am
Mhm,
taking a spoon of ice cream and I am
mhm,
putting it in my mouth, and I can feel the spoon in my mouth, and I can feel the ice cream in my mouth, and I can taste it, and I can let it kind of like hang around in my mouth because it tastes so good. I can feel it, going down. That takes a while to do just one spoon of ice cream, because what happens is I get the dish of ice cream and then all of a sudden it's gone. And I go, who ate it? I ate it, but I wasn't with the ice cream. I was with What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do later? This ice cream's going to go right to my hips. Why am I eating it? All
Will this fit me tomorrow? Like, how many pounds am I going to put on?
believe,
We don't
right.
say it again.
I can't believe that I'm doing what I'm doing. And then you start beating yourself up and you're not kind to yourself. And then we get this whole cycle, because being gentle and compassionate and loving to yourself is also a practice.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to practice, which means I have to be awake. And I'm telling you, once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. You know, once you're woke, you're woke. It's like, okay, I'm here on the planet. I have this one precious life. Every morning I wake up and I go, yes, I'm back. I'm back. I get to do it again. Right? So that awareness of what it feels like to maybe lie in bed for 3 breaths, just to breathe and get myself kind of grounded to the fact that I have a day ahead of me. How do I want to bless the day? What is it I'm looking forward to? How grateful am I that I woke up and all my joints work and I can be vertical? People say, Gena, how you doing? I go, I'm vertical. I am vertical today. I'm grateful.
Listen,
I'm horizontally challenged, but I am vertical.
Miss Gena, do you mention that meditation also helps with that? Do you want to just show us what
Sure.
type of meditation? Do you want to do like a breathing?
Yep. I'll take you through a mindful moment. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
To meditate means that I'm going to calm the mind, not quiet, not silence. So the thoughts that I have in my head are always there. We think 50,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of thoughts. 95% of them are negative. Right? So being aware that I'm thinking is just awareness of thought. So meditation, you should be comfortable. So you sit in your chair and you're comfortable in your chair. Your feet are on the floor. When your back is straight, you know, the fluid runs smoothly up and down your spine. When you're sitting straight up, your mind isn't ready to go to sleep. If you lie down, there's a tendency to want to go to sleep. So you want to have an alert mind and a relaxed body. So say you're sitting on a park bench someplace, or on a chair in your living room. You're on the floor, your hands are comfortable in your lap, maybe palms up, maybe palms down. Your back is straight and your shoulders are relaxed. So you let go of your shoulders, you relax your shoulders. Now you bring your attention, even though your mind might be wandering, you bring your attention or bring your focus to your breath. And you notice it. You notice the air comes in at the end of your nose. You notice that there's a rise and fall of your chest. Do you know that there's a rise and fall in your belly? Where can you find your breath? So sometimes you might want to close your eyes so you can go inward and you just find the breath, because it's going to show up. The breath is going to go in. It goes in, it goes out 24/7 without you thinking. Now what you want to do is you want to be aware. It's like, okay, where is it? Do I feel it in my nose? Do I feel it in my chest? Do I feel it in my belly? Do I feel it all over? Just notice it. Noticing it is the beginning of mindfulness. Now I'm aware. Oh, okay, I'm just aware of my breath. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. Breathing in and I'm breathing out. Yeah, but I'm thinking about what I'm going to do after this session. Okay, come back to your breath. I can think about it, but then I can come back to my breath. No, but I want to breathe in I want to, I want to know there's an in-breath. I want to know there's an out. That simple. And then maybe I just do it for like 30 seconds even, or a minute. Sit still and breathe. Not doing anything else except being still. It's in the stillness that we begin to reduce the stress and we become awake. And then I take a deep breath and I bring myself back. And now I'm back involved with whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm talking, I'm folding laundry, I'm mopping the floor, I'm taking a walk, I'm driving the car, whatever it might be. But I had 30 seconds or a minute of mindfulness.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I extend it. So let's say I just do a minute every day for a week. And I get it down pretty good. I can sit still for one whole minute. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even
Mm-hmm.
see the phone, so I don't go over. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with a minute. So then I add another minute. So now I'm going to sit still and just watch my breath for 2 minutes every day. The secret, though, Jennifer, is I got to do it every day. I got to find 2 minutes every day to sit still. Just 2 minutes. And when I can do 2 minutes, then I'm going to try 3 minutes. And when I try 3 minutes, then I'm going to try 4 minutes. And I'm going to work myself up. Ideally, they say 20 minutes a day. And if you can do it twice a day, you're going to get huge benefits. And if you can do an hour a day, even more benefits. So it's a practice where I get to practice in my mind, in my body, in my heart, in my gut, of being still without judgment. And it's that
In your gut?
yeah, even in my gut, that moment of stillness is going to release stress that lingers in that part of my physical body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? When someone says something to you and it doesn't sound right, you get a stomach pump or you get a stomach ache or you get a thing in your stomach and you go, oh, I can't believe they said that. It hits your stomach first, or you see something that is not right. It hits it hits your gut.
Mm-hmm.
There's more intelligence in your gut than there really is in your brain. So the gut
Mm-hmm.
goes online first, then the heart, then the brain.
The gut, the heart, the brain.
Yeah.
The gut, the
Then
heart,
then the heart,
the
then
brain.
right. So
Not
if
the brain, the heart, the gut.
now the brain is
Really?
the last guy. That's why. Did you ever hear the story of the Egyptians when they mummified people who died? They used to encase the heart because they knew that the heart was who that person was. So they
Mm-hmm.
celebrated the heart. They used to suck the brain out of the nose. Get rid of it. It's useless. And the brain's not it, right? You have more
Mm-hmm.
intelligence in your heart. Heart Math is a wonderful organization. They've been around for about 30, 40 years. They have scientifically shown that the heart has more electrical currents going to the brain than the brain has going to the heart.
Hmm.
So the heart has more power than the brain. We just don't know how to tap into it yet.
Do you think that's also another reason why we haven't learned to master our emotions as yet?
Yeah, and I don't want to necessarily say master. I'd rather say manage. Our
Manage.
manage our emotional landscape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your emotions are all in the middle part of your brain, which is called the limbic system. And when you are mindful, when you
Mm-hmm.
stop and use the breath, you create a space between the stimulus and the response. Victor
Mm-hmm.
Frankl, in his book Man's Search for Meaning, talks about that is our most valuable skill of creating space. So hold on, I have a little toy that I use with the kids. Have you seen this?
What is that?
So it's a little toy, but
Uh-huh.
it illustrates what happens with mindfulness. So this is your mind, and your mind is always going, right? It's chattering, it's critical, it's stressed out, right? And then you come along and you take a breath. You breathe. And then inside here, there's a space between the stimulus, what happened, and what your response would be. This space is what gives you choice.
Gena.
And now you have a choice.
This
Now
space gives us what?
space gives you choice.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody pisses you off, you have a choice. You can slug them or walk away. You have a choice. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someone says something to you, you have a choice. Do you want to be their friend or not? Somebody does something, you have a choice. Do you want to make up and apologize or not? You have a choice. Do you want to get angry and put your job at risk? It's a choice.
No.
You want to be driving a car and someone cuts you off? You have a choice. Do you want to cause an accident or scream and yell, which does nothing more than put cortisol in your body? Or you have a choice. Oh, you must be running to the hospital because somebody is sick. No, back off.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes, right? So yes, I think what that does is it allows us to manage our emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Stop your emotions, but you can be aware of them.
Nice. I think that self-awareness when it comes to changing certain habits or anything like that, I think that helps a lot too, because we
Exactly.
have to learn how to react and not just respond. I think respond instead of like reacting.
Right. But practicing compassion and
Mhm.
tenderness to ourselves
Mhm.
helps us do the same thing with others.
Mhm.
Because if you're always beating yourself up and criticizing yourself and having very negative self talk, you talk to yourself worse than you would ever talk to a good friend.
Mhm.
And so you're practicing all that negative talk. So you got to stop it. Just
Mhm.
stop it. Just stop talking to yourself so poorly and act as if you are your own best friend.
Mhm.
And when you lose the keys, you don't say, you stupid, what? No, you say, oh, so the keys are hiding on me, and now we're going to play a game so I can figure out where they are. It's all choice. It's all
Mhm.
choice. And that empowers you. Now you have power and agency, and you can
Mhm.
figure out how you want to live your life. So if you want to live a loving, compassionate life, you have to start with yourself.
Mhm.
Sitting still and doing nothing for short periods of time throughout the day, over and over and over again, train
Mhm.
your nervous system to accept the fact that that's going to be part of your lifestyle. I'm going to sit. I'm going to, before I run out the door, I'm going to sit
Mhm.
3 minutes. And then I'm going to pick up my stuff and I'll walk out the door. Because when
Mhm.
I'm rushing, I don't know how many times you've fallen, but when I rush, I cause problems for myself. I've twisted my ankle and broken my leg too
Oh
many,
no.
that was many years ago.
Really?
Then
Really?
when I learned, right? I don't need
Mhm.
to rush. So I have this attitude. You know what? They can't start without me. So when I get there, I'll get there. Or they can start without me. And when I get there, I'll get there. And stop rushing.
Now, why do you think you feel like that now, but people my age, like, why would I worked at a cardiologist office, and believe it or not, these people had already had like heart attacks and stuff that used to bother me and everything. They'd be like, Jennifer, like, why? Just let that stuff go. Don't let the negativity seep into you.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit down now, people be like, why are we always rushing? Because we're not giving ourselves enough time to get to the appointments on time. Like there's always something, because as a young, I guess, people that are raising their children like that has families and stuff like that. What do they do? The soccer game, the basketball game, they bustling them back and forth in between their appointments and everything. Do you think like we put too much on our calendar on a daily basis?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And we don't spend enough time in nature. We don't spend enough slowing down with the people we care about and love. We
Mm-hmm.
have, over the past year, walked more than ever before
Really?
because people had to get out and they just walked, right? Because it was like, I got to get out and I can't go anywhere. So I'm just going to go walking. I've walked around
Mm-hmm.
the neighborhood. How many days were we out? 365 days at least. I mean, I walked around the neighborhood every day just to be able to get outside in nature and walk, physically walk, which is a very good exercise for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't make time for that. And then we jam up our schedules with all this extra stuff, thinking we really got to get it all in. But why? Why? What happens if we turn off all our cell phones and the television as a family and play cards or play a board game or walk down to the local ice cream shop together without our phones? You know,
Mm-hmm.
we've forgotten how to just be with each other. I always say we're really good at doing. We're really good at doing.
But
Humans
we're not good at being.
just suck at being. Human being. We can't just do human being. It has
We
to be
can't do the being part.
we have to
Well, we can't
be
even do the human part sometimes, because sometimes when I turn on when I look at the news,
right, right.
ugh. So if we can get the
So
human and the being part,
right.
like,
Being and the heart part. So I'm convinced that the only way we can change the world is one heart at a time. So if I can work on my heart and you can work on your heart and we can be compassionate to ourselves first, that energetic movement will make a difference in the world. It's like
wow.
when the butterfly down in South America is moving its wings, it changes the dynamics of what's going on in the world. So
Mm-hmm.
we're all energy. We're all energy. So if my energy consciously is focused on compassion and tenderness, and I try and make that my mantra all day long,
Mm-hmm.
make a difference to the people I talk to the people I teach, to the individuals that we engage in. Yeah, I'm going to remind you over, over and over again. Take a breath. Take a breath. My license plate says breathe on my car. I've been teaching breathing for the past 50 years. Just breathe. Just take a breath and breathe.
But I think that I guess because you interact with so many different people, And when you interact with so many different people, you have different scenarios, different, like, how do you just be the human and the being part when you're interacting with many different types of people?
I think staying aware of your own breath is a key. So when you're with someone else, make sure that you know that you're breathing. And then just be authentic. And if you don't know what to say, I don't know what to say. Say that. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm here with you. I'll sit with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just witness for you. I'll love you. But I don't have to have all the answers. And they don't listen to
Mm-hmm.
me anyway, Jennifer. They don't listen to me.
Listen, I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, well, but I did a research on different types of love. There are different types,
Yes.
and we sometimes we I oh, would you like to teach on that? We can discuss that because I think that's important.
It's important. It's important, right?
Mhm.
But self-love is primary. Self
Mhm.
doesn't get enough attention, doesn't get enough help, doesn't get enough encouragement, doesn't get enough repetition. But it's something that you have to do over and over and over again. You have to keep falling in love with yourself. In the workshop, I'm going to say you have to marry yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you can't help you. Here's this another one. You can't hate yourself happy.
That's true.
Right. So you have to be in love with yourself, with all the flaws, with everything that you don't like about yourself. And that's what really I've said in the book. All the
Mhm.
parts of you are who you are. And you got to start from there. Love
Mhm.
yourself first. Be
Mhm.
kind and tender to yourself. Oh, here comes some anger. Oh, I'm so pissed. Okay, I can look at you, but you're not going to run the show. I'm not going to slug her. I'd like to, but I'm not going to hit her. Right? But I got to be aware. So I'm going to go take a walk now because I want to keep her safe or him safe or whatever. So there's the choice. I have a choice on what I'm going to do. I don't have a choice of what's happening. I have a choice in my response,
Mhm.
which means, my love, I have a choice that we have to end here because I have a client. I got to go.
Thank you, Miss Gina. Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you. And we'll speak again.
All right.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Okay?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.